May is here. CO Sports Talk continues to appear. Let's go. It is summer, ladies and gentlemen, and we are still continuing to deliver. Let's go. Episode 18. Oliver here, Casey here, and we hyped. Today we're talking NBA, we talking MLB, we talking Premier League. Finish day, and we talk a little golf. I mean, we do it all. We even bring an expert on for today. So we'll get right into it right now and get hyped.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. NBA playoffs kicked off yesterday. And yeah, we got a few things to cover today, so let's get right into it.
So we're starting today's episode off with some Premier League talk. The Premier League wrapped up this morning. Another great year. Next week's Champions League, but Man City won it again. Sadly, I'm not a big Man City guy, but they won it 86 points. Solid team. They got the young guys and they got, Aguero, the old boys. Then United got second, and then Liverpool and Chelsea followed behind. Arsenal got eighth. That's Oliver's team. My team is Newcastle United. We got 12th. We're a big mid-table team. But what's your overall thoughts, Oliver, on this Premier League 2020-2021 season?
It shaped out about how most people thought it would, with the top three going Man City, Man United, Liverpool, and then Chelsea. But Leicester City, they're back in the top five. So Arsenal down there, Arsenal really struggled this year. But overall, great season for the Premier League.
Yeah, I think a big surprise is West Ham. They were great. They struggled last year, and they're back on top, sixth place. They're going to be in the Europa League next year, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And Tottenham, another struggle from the Tottenham Spurs, so hopefully they can get it together. But also Leeds United, ninth place, pretty awesome for a small team that just got called up.
That's sick.
Yeah, and let's take a look at the teams getting demoted, going down to League Two or whatever it's called. The Brits call it. We got Sheffield, West Brom, who just got called up, and Fulham, all going down, and Burnley by the nick of skin stays alive. All right, so now we're going to call our Premier League expert, Alec Prophet, on the phone right now. Hello, Mr. Prophet. So what's your overall thoughts on this year's Premier League as it ended this morning?
Well, honestly, it's been an interesting season. A lot of different teams have been. We've seen different looks from different squads this year, but overall, it was still an interesting league, fun to watch, and some very entertaining games.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're an Arsenal fan. How do you feel about them? Because eighth place won't cut it.
Eighth place is just obviously not cutting it realistically. Honestly, Arsenal has just had a poor season. We went out. We've been terrible this year. I'm not happy with the coach. I don't think many fans are. But we have improved. We have been improving throughout the season, but we've also lost some crucial games in Europa League, and we're not going to be in any important tournaments next year. So we're gonna even Europa. So we're gonna need to improve and look to make some changes in the squad.
Yeah, you guys are honestly terrible, and you didn't even make Europa League. So have fun sitting at home watching them again. Leeds United, some team with a ton of nobodies, only had 2 points less than you guys. Yeah, so have fun sitting at home next year. Tough year for Arsenal. Newcastle United on the come up. We'll be back. 12th place, not bad. So yeah, there you have it. Man City wins it all.
Yeah. All right. City, a very strong team this year. They're going to be playing the Champions Finals in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Not much time, so they got to get ready for that.
Yeah, exactly. Next weekend, a week from now, Chelsea versus Man City. Everyone get hyped. A British team will win it all. All right. Thank you, Mr. Prophet.
Thank you, Alec.
All right. There you have it. Premier League talk, talking soccer. Now we'll move on to some NBA.
All right, let's dive right into the NBA. The NBA playoffs started Saturday with 4 playoff matchups, 2 East and 2 West, and then the rest of the matchups began today on Sunday. So we're 1 game into every series, but due to our Sunday uploading schedule, we're going to do our predictions now, me and Casey. So yeah, let's get right into it.
So starting with the first game, Memphis and Utah. Don't get us started here. First of all, in that play-in match. It's just we are biased. Obviously, if the Warriors were the 9 and made it in, we'd love it. But it just sucks because our Warriors didn't get to get in the playoffs, and we thought we deserved it. But I'm gonna be frank with you guys. I think Memphis is winning this in 6. You heard me. Memphis Grizzlies are winning this game in 6. I don't think Utah's that good. I think they're frauds. To be frank with you, they're Jordan Clarkson not gonna cut it in the playoffs. Mitchell's pretty good, and then Gobbard is not a playoff player. And I think this Memphis team is nice. I think the Warriors would have won this the series easily. So that just really pains me. And then I also like another upset here. Upset. I like Dallas 5 seed winning this game in 7 again. I think Doncic is the best player in the series, and I think he continues his load and balls out. All right, next game. Portland and Denver. I believe the Trailblazers won the first game of the series. And I think they continue it and win another upset here. Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum are just better than Jokic alone now that Jamal Murray's in. And I think, as you can see, I think they'll win in 7. So, yeah, Portland advances. And we're going to go with chalk here, like Phoenix. I would have said LA at the beginning, but after this first game here, I like Phoenix in 6. I mean, I just think they're a solid team. Finally, Phoenix has made it. Ayton of DeAndre, Paul of Chris, and Booker of Devin. Phoenix wins in 6 for me. All right, so moving on to the East here, Philadelphia and Washington. I like Philadelphia in 6. I mean, I just think this Philadelphia team is very solid this year, and they continue it up. And in my opinion here, the game of the playoffs, it's awesome seeing these new teams in New York and Atlanta.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have said New York at the start, but after today, I got to go with the Hawks. I mean, Young of Trey was a beast. That man may be bald, but he can ball out. Bald, get it? And I think the Atlanta Hawks win this in 5. Yeah, I mean, sorry to say it, but I do think Atlanta wins. Next game, a lot of people predicting this upset, but I actually like the Bucks here. I like them to win in 6. Very solid first game. Chris Middleton clutch shot in overtime. And lastly, Boston and Brooklyn. I like Brooklyn in 5. Yeah, I think Nets are a better team. They won yesterday, and so the East here is a little less chalk. So going back to the West, an 8v5 matchup, I like the Dallas Mavericks making it to the Western Conference Finals, and that would be freaking amazing. I like them to win in 6. I think Memphis will put up a fight. I mean, Valanciunas, shout out to him. He's been playing extremely well. Awesome player for the Grizzlies. And then, so yeah, 5 teams remaining here. Portland and Phoenix. I like the Portland Trailblazers to upset the Phoenix Suns and make it to the Western Conference Finals. I mean, I think this Trailblazers team is nice. With the Warriors out, we can actually root for Damian finally. And I like Portland to win this in 6. So in the East now, Philadelphia and Atlanta. I like Philadelphia winning this in 4 games. 4 games. I think that'll be a sweep. Atlanta's gonna be tired after an amazing series with New York. I like Philly as much as I would totally rooting for Atlanta. And down, we got 5 teams remaining: Milwaukee and Brooklyn. Brooklyn easily. I think Giannis is a fraud. Can't win. Brooklyn in 5. All right, so there you have it. Portland and Dallas, and Philly and Brooklyn. A little bit of upsets on both sides. I like the Portland Trailblazers going to the NBA Finals, ladies and gentlemen. They did it in 7 games here, and they make it to the NBA Finals. CJ McCollum, game winner. And lastly, I got the Brooklyn Nets. Don't even know why they're not the 1 seed. They're so much better than Philadelphia. I like them winning in 5. I mean, they're winning the NBA Finals. I mean, it's hard to say, but I like them winning it in 7. Actually, I think Portland gives them a nice fight, and I would be rooting for Portland if this happened. I think McCollum is going to have a big playoffs, not just Young. I mean, they're a good team. They got Enes Kanter too. Don't forget about that guy. All right, so there you have it. Brooklyn, Portland. What a match this will be.
Yeah, there you have it. Casey's predictions. I mean, I like it. I like the boldness in a lot of those picks. The 5-6 Western Conference Finals. But yeah, I mean, you can't deny Brooklyn's talent there. So yeah, Casey's pick, Brooklyn Nets.
I think this is the year too where we see upsets, especially with some of the 1s and 2s, like the Phoenix Suns are a 2. I mean, I think this is the year we finally see some big upsets. It doesn't necessarily have to be a 1-2-1-2 Western and Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I see that. All right, so let's get into mine right now. Alrighty, folks. Let's get into my playoff predictions now. So let's start on the West side, just as Casey did. We got Utah, Memphis. This game is being played as we speak. But Utah, I think, got this one in 4 or 5 games to me. I'm gonna go with 5. I think Memphis steals one at home, with John Morant leading the way. Now we got Clippers, Dallas. Casey said Luka is the best player in the series. I believe he's the second best player in the series behind the Claw. But Clippers got 2 of the top 3 players in the series. But it doesn't matter. I got Dallas in 7. I just really like the way this Dallas team plays together. Porzingis needs to fix some things up though. And now Denver, Portland. Portland did take this first one, and it wasn't that close. But Denver's gonna clean stuff up and win in 6, in my opinion. And now we got Phoenix, LA. Phoenix took care of LA today. Devin Booker balled out. Chris Paul had a little bit of a scary injury, but he seems to be okay. So I got Phoenix winning this one in 6 games. Okay, so let's move on to the East. Philly versus Washington. I think Philly wins in 4. This Washington team is good, but it's no match for Philadelphia. Especially if Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid play the way they are capable. MVP front runner, or not front runner, but candidate in Joel Embiid, and a good supporting cast around him with guys like Ben Simmons, of course, who's a deep point candidate. So Philadelphia in 4 there for me. In New York, Atlanta, like Casey said, this is one of the most intriguing matchups for me. But I personally have New York in 7, just because they almost won with Julius Randle having a terrible night, and so I think if Julius plays well, they can beat this Hawks team. In Miami, Milwaukee is a series I've been going back and forth on, but I'm gonna go with Milwaukee here in 6 games. And then Brooklyn, Boston. Boston's no match for Brooklyn, especially with Jaylen Brown out. So I got Brooklyn in 4.
Yeah, he'll be on a later episode, by the way. Keep in touch because JB has said he will come on the CO.
JB, Casey and JB DM all the time, so he will be on soon, so stay tuned. All right, let's go back to the West. Utah, Dallas. I mean, people say Utah's overrated, whatever. They're the 1 seed for a reason. They play good basketball year round. Donovan Mitchell will probably be back by the time this series happens. So I like Utah in 5 games. And then Denver, Phoenix. There's just a lot of teams that are kind of similar here. A lot of the 4 corner states play pretty good basketball. Denver, Phoenix, and Utah, top 3 seeds are all 4 corner states. New Mexico feeling a little left out. But I like Denver in 6 games here. All right, back to the East. Philadelphia, New York. Philly's making pretty quick work. I like them in 5. There's all-around better team than New York, but respect for New York to make it back to the playoffs. And then Milwaukee, Brooklyn. I like Brooklyn in 6. So Utah, Denver. Casey mentioned you didn't hear it because we forgot to record. This is our second take, but Casey mentioned on how these are kind of the same team. Same colors, same altitude, same fan base. So yeah.
Yeah, they're the same exact team. I mean, same colors. Yeah, it's like both these, like, mountain teams and the altitude, and they both have like Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray, same thing. Rudy Gobert, Jokic. They both have like 2 good players. I mean, they're the same thing. So, and they all have like medium fan base that has like 2 fans. Except actually, Utah's pretty good fans.
Yeah. The whiteout. I like Denver in 6 games here. And then Philly. Actually, I like Denver in 7. I think it's gonna be a good series.
Luke Young and Tommy Butler, big Utah Jazz fan.
Yeah, shout out Tommy Butler and Luke Young, big Utah Jazz fans. And then I like Brooklyn in 7 games here as well. So we got Brooklyn, Denver. This Brooklyn team is just too good on paper to lose. I mean, they have 3 of top 15 players in the game, if not top 10. Kyrie Irving's probably the bubble guy there, but James Harden, KD are easily probably top 6 players in the league. So, and if they're having an off night, they have each other to pick each other up. So Brooklyn should not be losing, and I like them in 5 games against the Denver Nuggets. So there you have it. Me and Casey both have the Brooklyn Nets winning the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Casey against the Portland Trailblazers, me against the Denver Nuggets. So there you have it.
And by no means are we going to be rooting for the Brooklyn Nets. Like, I'll be rooting for, I think, Atlanta, or the winner actually of that series, Atlanta and New York, and then probably Phoenix out of the West, because like Talking Stick Arena goes hard. So definitely, but like people like Cringey would probably root for like whoever they have, winning their brackets. So he'll just have like 1 and 2 on each side. That's just a cringy moment.
Yeah, people like Cringey would just go all chalk and have 2 1 seeds, and then do a little research and then figure out which team to pick. You'd have his mom help him out researching. I guess she's a researcher herself. Shout out Julie. So there you have it. We will move on to our next segment, which is Giants Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, Giants Talk is back. So, last time we talked, we were a little frustrated because, Pirate series happens. But since we talked, I mean, ignoring, the last 3 games, we went 4-3, solid week, 4 straight, and lost 3 straight. So we ended the road trip with a bang, beating Cincinnati 4 times, especially on the last game, 19-4, an absolute great game, ton of dingers. I love that ballpark. Posey owns them. I mean, great road trip. But then we came home, I was at the game today. It was a little frustrating. We got swept. We got swept. First time getting swept.
We're not going to sugarcoat it here, boys. We got swept. So
Yeah, we got swept, but it was bad. But I mean, Gosman didn't pitch, our best pitcher. We had to go against Bauer, pretty villainous guy, but I mean, he was insane. We couldn't hit him. Couldn't hit Bueller yesterday, and we couldn't hit Urias. He was maybe the best of the three. So I mean, it was a tough series.
Was. I mean, it's unlucky we had to go against the best rotation, and if not the best, the second best rotation in baseball. And we got the two best rotations in baseball in our division. So it just sucks being Giants. It sucks being this division. It doesn't suck being a Giants fan right now. But we have sole control of that second wild card spot. So do not panic, Giants fans. It's not like we're like out of the playoff race. I mean, it's only May anyway, but still.
Close too. We're up by 4, and if we were in like the NL East, we'd be in first by so much. That's why it's so.
Yeah, exactly. So don't panic, boys and girls. But yeah, it was a very frustrating. Series. Getting swept is no fun, especially when it's against the Dodgers. It makes it 10 times less fun. But we bounced back. We played the 5th place Arizona Diamondbacks now, led by Ketel Marte, David Peralta, Eduardo Escobar, and company. And they have a nice little young pitching rotation there, but I think you can take advantage of those young arms.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It's only a 2-game series, which is rare for NL West division company. But I mean, it's a 2-gamer. So I mean, we better beat Tim LoCastro and company and send them packing because they're actually in 5th now. I mean, they lost to the Rockies in the series, just surprising. But actually, not surprised. I think the Rockies actually have a little bit of pop with Tapia and Story.
Yeah, the Rockies are a little flashy. But yeah, we get to play the fastest guy in the league. And yeah, we have Diamondbacks and we have Dodgers again. So we got to get some revenge on the Dodgers. I hate playing the Dodgers, to be honest, but
yeah, Muncy was insane in the series. He went yard yesterday on a 37-year-old, like nice Muncy. He went yard on a 37-year-old. He was actually really good, by the way. Shout out to you. I know you're watching. Scott Casman, amazing. I mean, you did awesome. And then kind of ruined it for bullpen, but Posey went yard. And then today, Muncy went yard again. Gavin Lux grand slam. I do have to shout out the Dodgers fans. You guys did travel well. I got to give it to you. But let's talk a little about Trevor Bauer. I mean, I know you like him a lot less than I do because I think I liked him a lot last year, and it's just hard for me to let go. But he is a great villain for the San Francisco Giants and Dodgers to have. I mean, it's pretty awesome. It makes a rivalry awesome. The way he was just hyping up, as you see right here on your camera, he makes the rivalry awesome as he was like hyping up the crowd, booing him. That was pretty cool. And he is a good villain to have, and he did shove. But so good new person for Giants fans to hate.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind him with the Reds. I actually thought he was pretty electric. But then when he signed with the Dodgers, I just thought like, bro, like you just joined the defending champions. So my respect went down for him, and he just, I guess, playing against him is frustrating. Yeah. I don't hate him. I think he's good for baseball.
Very good.
Like Casey said to me yesterday, I mean, he's making the game more fun and standing up to Rob Manfred. So yeah,
it's all fun. I think Giants fans are booing him for that reason. They think it's all fun, and Trevor knows that too. So yeah.
And he almost signed with us too. Maybe there's a little bad blood there. But yeah, so hopefully the Giants can get back on track after losing 3 straight. I think we'll be just fine. We still are 9 games above 500.
So. Yeah, we're fine. I mean, we still had a 4-3 week. Felt bad because it ended bad, but I mean, we had a positive week.
Yeah, I mean that Cincy series was really fun. 4-game sweep is not that common, so
yeah,
that's fun. All right, that's it for Giants Talk. Thank you everyone for watching episode 17 of CO Sports Talk. Another episode done. We talked a little bit about the Premier League. We had a special guest on. We did our NBA playoff predictions, and then of course Giants Talk, as we will do weekly, as big Giants fans. So yeah. What are your thoughts on this episode, Casey?
And a great episode. Also, shout out to Phil Mickelson, 50 years old, still won a major today. As you can see the picture here, man's really old, but he still won. That's a major. I mean, that's impressive. Awesome for him. His 6th major. Good for Phil Mickelson. And shout out to Brennan Fitzpatrick and my mom for subscribing to our channel this week. So good for them.
Yeah, thank you, Susie and Brennan, for subscribing. And yeah, shout out Phil Mickelson. That's impressive. Really impressive to at his age. The lefty is still swinging it. So we will see you guys next week, of course. Peace.